Hey everybody, welcome back to War 11 of Season 25. We're in the home stretch, we're almost at the end. I'm fighting for the Alliance X-Men, and we're matched up against the Alliance SYNRG, fighting in Tier 2. Definitely, I recognize a few players on SYNRG, so it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good challenge. With 2 wars left, we do need to go, I think at minimum, 1-1 to stay in Plat 1. And definitely would prefer to get that win done in the first war rather than the last one of the season. So this is what we have lined up. We have 5 fights. We're going to start on Path 7 in Section 1. We have a Venom and a Sabretooth. Then we're going to hop over. We're going to fight a Power Snack Mojo. And then we're going to hop over to Path 3 in Section 2, where we only have a thing waiting for us. And then we're going to end the war with a fight that we've done a fair amount this season. A Polka Dot Power, Stunning Reflection, and Stun Vulnerability Killmonger. This is who we're bringing in. Omega Red, he's at rank 3, Sig level 200. He's a beast. He's gonna take 4 fights for us. The Venom, the Sabretooth, the Thing, and then the Killmonger at the end. Glad to be bringing Omega Red back again. It feels like it's been a while. Human Torch is coming along. He's rank 3, level 45. He's at Sig level 20, and he's coming along to fight the Power Snack Mojo in the middle. Then we're bringing in Sabretooth, and he's coming along for that sweet, sweet Omega Red synergy. Here's the first fight on Node 18 with Power Bond and Matador. Not much to worry about here. There isn't really anything super threatening here. We'll just let our spores do the work. We'll work on slowing our combo, and we'll wait till the end of the parry stun timer to start our combo just to maximize the amount of time that we have close to Venom here. So you'll see, I'll be waiting just a little bit, trying to get now that he's over 10. He's starting to melt. Get a nice little spore lock in there. So we're 20 seconds into the fight, and he's pretty much half down. Probably going to have to bait a special 2, or at least block it. Able to reparry, and that actually saves me a little bit of chip damage. So that's sweet. First fight down, we have 4 more to go. We have the shared Sabretooth just ahead. Nothing too threatening here. Buff and balance, power drain, Matador, cold turkey. Means my power gain is going to be a little bit weird. Don't really care with Omega. The fight should be over before any of that actually matters, so we're just going to let our spores do the work. Slower combos per usual, and try and melt him down. So here we go. Just a 5-star rank 5, so that health pool wasn't too bad. This fight. Wasn't very worried about this one. Doing a pretty good job of slowing down our combos there. Then we get really sharp timing on that T-Gen. Locking in our spores, and that power drain is actually topping us up a little bit. That's always sweet. See if we can finish this with 100%, and we do, just shy of that yellow bar. But 2 fairly straightforward fights to start off the war, and we have a Mojo waiting for us next, right in the middle, right before Node 23. He's on Node 22, Power Snack 2, Outlast, Backup, Recovery. I've done this fight once before. It looked pretty straightforward, just as long as you're comfortable playing Human Torch. We're going to use our pre-fight here. I've taken Dex off, so I just have to keep that in mind. I'll stick to medium, light, medium combos, and I don't have to worry about his specials. I can just block them. It's going to give us a ton of smolders, and that's just going to make the fight go even quicker here. So, you see at the start, I applied my pre-fight. Take a look at the pre-fight screen, and the icon wasn't actually there. So I backed out, went back in. You can see that icon's there now. If I'd entered the fight right away, wouldn't have been in Nova form. The fight probably still would have been okay, but it's always just a good habit to check, just so you're not surprised in the heat of the moment. So here we go. We get that first parry off, which is sweet. Off to a pretty smooth start. We're sticking to medium, light, medium combos, just trying to stack as many flames as we can. And if he throws a special, he'll eat a pretty good amount of power sting damage. So there we go, he's halfway. He's going to hit backup recovery here, which means that he's going to have to throw a special 2. I have my special 1 ready in case I get cornered. It's just too late to Dex out of the way, or get out of the way. Wouldn't have triggered Dex. But thankfully he throws his special 2. And we're able to carry on without a worry. Hopefully he throws the special 1 here, and if he does, we'll just block it. But oh, there we go. There's the power stink damage. That's a nice little chunk. So 3 fights down. They went fairly smooth. Wasn't too pumped that I was late on getting out of the way of the heavy there, but that's all good. Torch is a beast. So we're hopping on to 3 here in section 2 on node 42. It's got a bunch of armor nodes. This is a really strange placement. I thought it's probably a bit of a waste for a thing here. I'm sure there are more effective slots, that, especially as a 6-star. So there really isn't anything for me to worry about here. This is just a normal Omega versus Thing fight. The only thing I have to pay attention to is his rock stacks, and there's nothing really tricky in the combination of nodes, except for maybe explosive personality, but if I'm sharp enough with my hit count here, that shouldn't really ever be an issue. So I'm going to be just shy of 15, so I turtle up, hopefully beta heavy, and I can 2-hit him and then beta special. There we go, he throws it right away, which is super cool. I probably could have heavy countered to lock in my spores, but at that point he was already melting. I didn't think it was worth the risk, since I do need Omega for one more fight at the end here. And he goes down. So there's 4 fights that all go fairly smoothly. I was really glad to get through that one with minimal chip damage. I thought that should have been a straightforward fight, and I was glad I stayed pretty disciplined there. And we're going to end off the war on node 53. This is a fight that we've done a bunch of times, at least twice this season, and then a bunch the season before. And I should be really comfortable here. The game plan is to bait heavies and second mediums for openings. I'll always try and counter with my heavy to lock my spores in, let the spores do the work there, and then I'm going to try and bait his special 2 over his special 1. And to do that, I'll turtle up when possible. Just because if he throws his special 1 a ton, it could be easy to get cornered, and that's kind of the trap of the fight here. Other than parrying, which you definitely don't want to do. So here we go. I'm going to take a few blocked hits at the start, just to get the openings in, lock in spores fairly early, have a combat regen boost just to mitigate some of the block damage. And I shorten my combo, turtle up, just to discourage him from throwing that special 1. Able to lock in our spores. So we're going to push him to special 2, and I think he throws it here, but nope. He actually just dashes into me, and I thought he was throwing a special 2, so I end up accidentally parrying him. And at this point, in my head, I'm already writing the apology message to my battle group out of shame, thinking that I was pretty much a goner because he's at 2 bars of power. He actually launches it, and I think I'm dead here, but I'm actually not. I'm at 34% health, so I have a chance, and I can still come back here, and I'm actually in pretty good position. Still have over 20 spores. I'm able to lock him in. Need to gain a little bit of space. I don't want to get cornered here. If I can lock in those spores one more time, I'll be in good shape. Just need to bait that special 2, which he throws it. And with a big sigh of relief, I faded one here. I faded one hard because I thought I was definitely a goner here, and I'm super thankful I was able to pull this one out. That would have felt awful. That's actually the first time I think I've ever parried during that fight. So there's the 5th fight. We get them all down without dying, thankfully, even though that last one was super sweaty. So that's always cool, but we do end up losing this one, unfortunately. The other alliance played just that much more sharper than us, and they definitely deserve the win. So our last war of the season is the same as last season. It's a win and in, potentially, for Plat 1. So the pressure's on again. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you at the next war.